Okay, good morning everyone.
Sister. Good morning,
So
ma'am.
today's class is
Good
about
morning,
the
madam.
okay, good morning. Today's class is about the structures. Structures in the C language. Structures in the C language. Okay, is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before going to learn the structure, you should have a little bit knowledge about the arrays also. What is array? Anyone can say what is
यूट्यूब
array?
में देखते हैं यूट्यूब में शॉर्ट्स देखते हैं नेट ज्यादा हो जाता है
Anyone can say what is array?
collection of similar elements.
Collection of similar elements. మీ అందరూ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్సే కదా?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, array is the collection of similar elements. And what is the advantage of arrays? Anyone can say what is the advantage of array?
Capable of more than one variable.
It is the capable of more than one element at a time. Normal variable is the capable of holding only one element, but the array variable is the capable of holding more than one element. Okay, you can store more than one element in the single variable. No need to declare more number of variables to declare the more number of elements. Okay, in the single variable you can store many elements at a time. Okay, that is the array, and array is the collection of similar elements. Similar meaning, what is the meaning of similar? That means if you declare the variable as int type, then it is
Same.
the capable of only integer elements. And if you declare it as the floating point type, it is the capable of holding only floating point type elements. Okay, but here the structure, it is the capable of holding more than one element, and also it is the capable of holding the dissimilar elements also. Array is the collection of similar elements. Structure is the collection of dissimilar elements. You can uh, hold the structure can structure can hold the same group of elements or dissimilar group of elements, but the array is the capable of holding only the similar elements. It can hold only the group of similar elements. It cannot hold the group of dissimilar elements, but the structure is the capable of holding both similar and dissimilar elements. Okay, that is, we can define the structure like this: structure is the collection of dissimilar elements, array is the collection of similar elements. Okay, that is, in the array we can store only the similar elements, same group, only integer, only float, only char type. Okay, but in the structure you can store the dissimilar data type of elements at a time. Okay, so that is about the structure. And also, what are the data types? Int, float, char, these are the primary data types. And from the primary data types, other data types are derived: short int, long int, double, long double, signed int, unsigned int, like that. Okay, so these are the data types. Okay, all these data types are predefined data types. Predefined data types. Okay, we can also define the data types. Those are called user defined data types. So int, it is the predefined. Float is the predefined. The meaning of int, float, char, double, long double, short int, long int, signed int, unsigned int, signed char, unsigned char, all these, the meaning of all these data types is already explained to the computer. We no need to give any explanation to the computer. If you declare the variable as int, then what is the meaning of that? What it tells to the compiler? The size is 2 bytes. It is the capable of holding only the integer elements. If we declare the variable as long int, then the size is 4 bytes. It is capable of holding only the integer, larger numbers and also smaller numbers. Okay. So like that, the meaning is already explained to the computer. Okay. So using the struct is the keyword. Struct is the keyword. Union is the keyword. Enum is the keyword. Okay. So these three are the keywords in the 32 keywords list. You can observe these three words: struct, union, enum. These three are the keywords, and also typedef, four keywords. These four keywords, what is the purpose of these four keywords? These four keywords are used to define the data types, are used to define the data types. Those are called as the user defined data types. Okay, user defined functions, predefined functions, అలా ఎలా అయితే టూ కేటగిరీస్ ఉన్నాయో predefined functions and user defined functions. Predefined functions means built-in functions, library functions. Okay, so printf, scanf, those are the predefined functions. String related functions, character related functions, so all those are the predefined functions. Okay, so user defined functions means functions those are defined by the user. మనము డిఫైన్ చేసే వాటిని యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటాం. మన ప్రోగ్రాంలో సిచ్యువేషన్ బట్టి సందర్భానుసారంగా మనం కొన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ రాసుకుంటాం. సో హౌ టు డిక్లేర్ ద ఫంక్షన్, హౌ టు డిఫైన్ ద ఫంక్షన్, హౌ టు కాల్ ది ఫంక్షన్. సో those are the user defined functions. Okay, here also data types, also two types of data types: predefined data types, user defined data types. Predefined data types means int, float, char, long int, double, long double, char, unsigned char, unsigned, all those are the predefined data types. Now you can define your own data types, that is user defined data types. Okay, so how we can define the data types? Using these keywords: struct, union, enum, typedef. Using these four keywords we can define our own data types. Those are called as user defined data types. Okay, let us see first how to how to declare the user defined data types using the struct keyword. Using the struct keyword. Using the struct keyword. Okay, if you use the struct keyword to define the data type, then it is called structure. If you use the union keyword to define the data type, that is called as union. If you use the enum keyword to define the data type, then those are called as enumerated data types. Okay, structures, unions, enumerated data types. Okay, like that you can define your own data types: structure, union, and enums. Okay, enumerated data types, union data types, struct data type. Okay, now tell me, what is structure, what is union, what is enum? Those are the user defined data types. Those keywords are used to define our own data types, user defined data types. Let us see what is the syntax of using the struct keyword to define, to
Ma'am,
declare the
ma'am, మరి typed F fourth one.
typedef. Fourth one is, it is used to rename the data types. It is used to
Yes, ma'am.
rename the data types. We can rename the predefined data types. Int is the data type. Okay, you can rename that data type depending on the situation, that I will explain later. Okay, so struct, let us see the struct keyword, how to use the struct keyword to define the data types. This is the syntax of the structure. ఈ సింటాక్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. సింటాక్స్ మీరు మ్యాథమెటిక్స్లో ఫార్ములాస్ ఎలా అయితే గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటారో ఇక్కడ కూడా సింటాక్స్ అలాగే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ ద సింటాక్స్. డేటా టైప్.
మ్యామ్ మ్యామ్ కొంతమందికి రావట్లేదంట మ్యామ్, అది వేరేలా వస్తుందంట మ్యామ్ జాయిన్ అవుతుంటే.
ఏమొస్తుంది? లాక్ అయిపోయిందా
ఏ-
స్క్రీన్?
ఏదో పద్మావతి అక్క
ఓకే
సంథింగ్
ఓకే,
ఏదో వస్తుంది మ్యామ్ పేరు.
స్క్రీన్ లాక్ అయింది, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేయమని చెప్పండి.
సరే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే ఓకే జాయిన్ అయిపోయారు 63 మెంబర్స్. మీరు సేమ్ లింక్
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
క్లిక్ చేయాలి. మేడందేమో నాకు లింక్ క్లిక్ చేశారేమో. నేను పంపించిన లింకే మీరు సేమ్ లింక్ ప్రతి క్లాస్కి అదే లింక్ క్లిక్ చేయాలి.
ఓకే మ్యామ్. చెప్తాను.
Now it is clear. Total 64 members are joined. Okay, so this is the syntax of the structure. Now is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it
So
is clear, ma'am.
write down the syntax. You people also please write down the syntax. Syntax of the structure.
Yes, ma'am.
Like this, you can define any number of data types here. Okay, so this is the structure syntax. Struct keyword. Here you can write structure name. Structure name. Structure name, open brace, closing brace, and within that list of variables, data types, data type variable name, data type variable name, data type variable, like that you can write any number of variables here. Okay, so this is the structure syntax. Example, struct structure name. For example, I want to declare the data type student data type, student int data type, float data type, char data type. Int data type is the capable of holding only integer elements. Okay, float only floating point elements, char only character elements, like that. Student data type, it is the capable of holding the information about the student. Struct teacher, struct employee. Okay, struct employee means the structure name is the employee, means there it is the capable of holding the information about the employee. Okay, so I am declaring the data type for the student. Struct student. Okay, struct data student type, data type. Here the name of the data type is student. Int, float ఎలా అయితే నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో, here what is the data type we are creating? The name of the data type we are creating is student. Student is the data type. What is this data type? It is the user defined data type. Okay, what is the category of this? Struct type, user defined data type. Okay, so user defined data types, we can define the data types. User defined data types can be defined, can be declared in three different ways: using the struct keyword, using the union keyword, using the enum keyword. Okay, here we are creating the user defined data type using the struct keyword. So struct student. What is the student here? Student is the data type. What is the type of this data type? It is the user defined data type. How it is created? It is created using the keyword struct. So it is called as the structure, student structure. Okay, and variable name here. So student information. Okay, what is the student information? What information we can gather about the student? Student id. Student id. Id is the integer number, so int sid, student id. Okay, student marks. Marks of the student, it may be the integer number or floating point number. Okay, so rounded figures are with the floating point decimals. Okay, float, you can use the float data type or int data type. Any data type you can use to store the marks of the student. Okay, float marks, marks of the student. Intermediate or some competitive exams marks percentage లో ఉంటాయి కదా, ఫ్లోటింగ్ పాయింట్ డెసిమల్స్ కూడా వస్తాయి. అలాంటప్పుడు మీరు ఫ్లోట్ డేటా టైప్ యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. లేదా రౌండెడ్ ఫిగర్సే ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, రౌండెడ్ ఫిగర్సే ఇంట్ మార్క్స్ అలా అయినా యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. ఓకే, So next, what is the another information we can gather about the student? Name of the student. Name of the student. How we can uh, declare the name? How we can read the name of the student? Which data type you have to use to read and display the name of the student, name of the person? Anyone can say? Name. To read and to declare, to read and display the name, what data type we have to use? Care. Care data type. Care. And also it is the one dimensional array. One dimensional array. Array means it is the group of characters. Care name of 15. Care name of 15. 15 is the name of the length. 15 is the length of the name. Okay. So char name of 15. What is here? Int SID, you know that SID is the integer type variable. Int marks is the integer type variable. Char name of 15. Name of 15 here. Name is the char type variable. And also it follows the square bracket. So it is not the normal variable, it is the array variable. What is the size of the array? 15. How many characters you can store here? 15
String.
characters. Maximum 15 characters you can store here. Okay. Maximum 15 character. Okay. So suppose if you want to store Anita, how many characters are there? 5 characters. If you want to store Lakshmi, how many characters? That. Okay. If you want to store Venkata Lakshmi, so on so on so. ఓకే. సో అలా మ్యాక్సిమం లెంత్ ఎంత ఉంటుందో అంతవరకు స్టోర్ చేయగలదు. మ్యాక్సిమం లెంత్ ఈస్ 15, 0 to 14. ఓకే. సో దిస్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ స్టోర్ అనదర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఆల్సో. ఐఎమ్ స్టాపింగ్ హియర్. సో దీస్ 3 variables: int SID, student ID, student marks, and student name. Okay. So this is the structure. This is the user defined data type. Struct student. Student is the data type. What is this? User defined data type. How it is created? It is created using the struct keyword. Okay. So one more point here. It should be terminated by the semicolon. It should be terminated by the semicolon. And look at here carefully. If you declare the variable as int a, then what is the size of this variable? It is 2 bytes. Is it right? Is it right or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If you declare the variable as float a, then what is the size of the variable a? 4 bytes. Okay.
4 bytes.
So here this is the data type. This is the data type. Okay. So int, for this data type, the variable a is declared. And for this data type, the variable a is declared. Okay. So here for this data type, how can you declare the variable? What is the size of the variable? For this, it is the data type. It is the data type. Okay. For this data type, how we can declare the variable and what is the size of the variable? Here, after definition of the data type, this is the definition. This is the definition of the data type. Data type is defined. What is the name of the data type? Student. What is the student? How it is created? How it is defined? Using the struct keyword. Okay. Student structure is defined. Okay. Now to this data type, how you can declare the variable? To this data type, how you can declare the variable declaration. Okay. So in normally, how you can declare the variables? Data type, variable name. Data type, variable name. Here also same, data type, variable name. What is the data type here? Student. Student is the data type. Student is the data type. And before this, you should write the struct keyword. Struct student. Struct student is the data type. Okay. And after the data type, what you have to write? Variable name. Variable name I am writing here yes. Yes is the variable name. Okay. So struct student. Struct student is the data type. Yes is the variable name. Here Int is the data type, a is the variable name. Float is the data type, float is the data type, a is the variable name. Okay, here also same process. Struct student, struct student, here as it is struct student, it is the data type, name of the data type struct student. Okay, and it follows the variable name, variable
Ma'am.
name, yes. Okay, here a is the variable of integer type, and here a is the variable of floating point type. Here s is the variable of student structure, s is the variable of student structure, student type, s is the variable of student type. Okay, here int a is declared as integer type, so size of variable a is 2 bytes. How we are saying it is 2 bytes? Int is the predefined data type. Here the size of a is 4 bytes. How we are saying it is 4 bytes? Here the float is the predefined data type. Its size is 4 bytes. It is fixed. Size of int is 2 bytes. It is fixed. Size of float is 4 bytes. It is fixed. Size of char is 1 byte. Fixed. Okay. Predefined data types. But here, what is the size of yes? What is the size of yes? What is the data type of yes? Student. Data type of yes is student. Okay, so what is the size of student data type? Size of int data type is 2 bytes, size of float data type is 4 bytes. What is the size of student data type? Size of student data type is size of student. Here the student data type is not predefined, it is defined by the user. How it is defined? It is the collection of dissimilar elements. What are the elements are there? SID, one element, integer type. Marks, another element, integer type. Name, another element, character type. Okay, two integer elements, one character type element, total three elements. Okay, dissimilar elements. Okay, so size of this student data type is the size of all these three data types, size of all these three data types. Now tell me, what is the size of yes, the variable yes?
8 bytes.
8 bytes. How you are saying 8 bytes?
Adding all the
What is the
bytes,
size
ma'am.
of
Integer
SID?
type
Size of SID is
2 bytes.
2 bytes. Next, size of marks is
2 bytes.
2 bytes. Size of name is,
4 bytes.
how you are saying it is 4 bytes?
Oh, check. Oh, 6.
Ma'am, total 19 bytes.
Total, char చెప్పండి. What is the size of the variable name?
Char
Carry 1 byte.
1
Ma'am.
byte, ma'am.
Uh,
అది array variable కాబట్టి 15 into 1 byte
15.
15 bytes.
Total it is 15. Char 1 byte.
15
Okay. But here the variable name, it is not the normal variable. It is the group of collection of similar elements. How many elements? 15 elements. So for each
15.
element 1 byte,
15
15
into 1.
elements, 15 bytes. So 15 plus 4 equal to 19.
19 bytes.
19 bytes. So size of the student data type is 19 bytes. Size of the student data type is the 19 bytes. Okay, so this is about the structure, definition, syntax of the structure, and how to define the structure, how to declare the structure, how to declare the variable to the structure, and how to calculate the size of the structure. Okay, how can you calculate the size of the structure? By adding the sizes of all the data types in the structure. Okay, now
మ్యామ్,
ah
గ్రూప్ లో మీటింగ్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వడానికి కోడ్ అడుగుతుందంట మ్యామ్.
కోడ్ అడుగుతుందా?
కొంతమందికి కోడ్ అడుగుతుందంట మ్యామ్.
ఎందుకు అని అడగదే, కోడ్ ఏం
మాకు
అడగదు.
అడగలేదు, వాళ్ళకి అడుగుతుందంట మ్యామ్.
వాళ్ళు ఏ లింక్ క్లిక్ చేశారు? మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేయమని చెప్పండి. మీటింగ్ కూడా లాక్ అవ్వలేదు.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్, నేను చెప్తాను.
Now is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look
Yes,
at
ma'am.
this. Okay. So structure is the collection of dissimilar elements. This is the structure syntax. So in this syntax, so data type, variable. The variables that are declared within the structure are called as the structure elements or structure members. The variables that are declared within the structure, what are they? Those are called as the structure elements or structure members. Okay, and see the next slide. So here the student structure. So how many variables are declared within this structure? Three variables: SID, name, marks. Three variables. Okay, so these three variables are called as what are these? These are called as the structure members, structure elements. Okay, structure members, structure elements అంటే ఏంటివి? The variables that are declared within the structure. Structure లో మనం ఏ వేరియబుల్స్ అయితే డిక్లేర్ చేస్తున్నామో వాటిని ఏమంటాము? స్ట్రక్చర్ మెంబర్స్ అంటాం లేదా స్ట్రక్చర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అంటాం. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ద స్టూడెంట్ is the structure. It is the user defined data type. What are the members of the student structure? The members of the student structure is SID, name, marks. Three members. Okay, now after definition of the data type, after definition of the student structure, the next step you have to declare the variable to the structure. You have to declare the variable to the user defined data type struct student. Okay, what is the syntax to define the variable? Struct student, data type name followed by the variable name. You can write the వేరియబుల్ నేమ్ నార్మల్. ఇంతకు ముందు మనం వేరియబుల్స్ ఎలా అయితే డిక్లేర్ చేసామో, ఏ రూల్స్ అయితే ఫాలో అయ్యామో, సేమ్ రూల్స్ యూ కెన్ ఫాలో హియర్. ఓకే, ద రూల్స్ టు బి ఫాలోడ్. ఓకే, here you can declare any number of variables, to the struct student. Okay, int a comma b comma c. int a comma b comma c అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? Three variables are declared for the int data type. Three variables are declared for the int data type. So here also for the struct student, for the struct student, for the struct student, you can define any number of variables. Any number of variables. S comma, U comma, T comma, V comma, Z. Like that you can define any number of variables. Here how many variables are declared for this data type? 5 variables. So there ikkada A, B, C, sum, result, like that any number of variables you can declare to the data type. Okay, any number of variables. Here also same thing is true. To this data type you can declare any number of variables. The size of each variable is 19 bytes. Okay, here the size of A is 2 bytes, B is 2 bytes, C is 2 bytes, sum is 2 bytes, result is also 2 bytes. All these variables are of the type int. Okay, so size of each variable is 2 bytes. Okay, here also S, U, T, V, Z, all these variables are of the type struct student. Okay, what is the size of struct student? It is 19 bytes. So size of all these, each variable is the 19 bytes. Okay, like that you can declare any number of variables to the data type. Next question is how to access the structure elements. How to access the structure members. So look at this example. Here how you can access the variable A? If it is integer type, you are writing %d. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Here how you are
Yes,
accessing
ma'am.
the variable a? If it is integer type, you are writing the
Percentage
%d. If it is the floating point type, you are writing the
Percentage F.
%f. Okay,
Yes,
%f.
ma'am.
Okay, like that. Scan of %d ampersand a, scan of %f ampersand b, and if you want to display, printf %d a, printf %f b. Okay, here you are using %d for the integer type, %d for the integer type, %f for the floating point type. Okay, so there
Ma'am,
also,
screen.
okay, also there also same thing. In addition to that, here to access the SID of the student, to access the SID of the student, SID, what is the data type of SID in the structure? It is int. What is the data type of marks in the structure? It is int. What is the data type of name in the structure? It is the char type. Okay,
Cat.
okay, percent
Yeah.
d ampersand. Okay, instead of writing just SID, here there you should write s dot SID, s dot SID. What is this s? It is the variable of struct. What is that s? It is the variable of structure data type.
Struct.
Okay, so using this variable only, you need to access the structure elements s dot SID, s dot marks, s dot name. Okay, if you want to display the SID, then you have to write printf %d s dot SID. Okay, if SID is not the structure member, if SID is not the structure element, then you can write simply SID. No need to use the dot operator, no need to use the structure variable. Okay, but here SID is the structure member. SID is declared as the structure member. What structure member it is? It belongs to the structure struct student. It belongs to the structure struct student. What is the variable declared for the struct student? S is the variable declared for the struct student. So using this variable only, you need to access all the structure members s dot SID. Okay, this is the way of accessing the structure member. So how to access the structure member? Using the structure variable name followed by the dot operator followed by the structure members. Okay, that is the way of accessing the structure members. Okay, you can look at here. So look at this screen. Struct student structure definition. After the definition, the variable is declared to the data type struct student. S is the variable of struct student. The size of variable S is 19. Here it is 20 plus 4, 24 bytes. Okay. How to read the data into the structure? Okay. Scan of %d ampersand s dot SID. Okay, s dot name, here not %d, it is the s %d కాదు నేమ్ కదా, మిస్టేక్ పడింది ఇక్కడ %d కాదు s ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, తర్వాత %d ampersand s డాట్ మార్క్స్. ఓకే, అలాగే మనం డిస్ప్లే చేసేటప్పుడు కూడా %d s డాట్ SID, %d s డాట్ మార్క్స్, %s s డాట్ నేమ్. ఓకే, సో చిన్న ప్రోగ్రామ్ మీకు రన్ చేసి చూపిస్తాను. స్మాల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. this is the normal variable int a equal to 10. Okay. Structure variable, whether it is the predefined data type or user defined data type, the variable declaration should be done at the beginning of the program. Okay, మనం printf తర్వాత struct student అని రాయకూడదు, స్టార్టింగ్ లోనే ఉండాలి. struct student. చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఆల్రెడీ ఏమైనా టైం అయిపోతుంది. సో ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ టైప్ చేస్తుంది. సో struct books, here book is the data type, books is the data type. Okay, so to this the variable is declared book1, and you can declare another variable book2. So in the multiple lines you can declare, or in the same line you can declare the variables. Okay, ఒకసారి రన్ చేసి చూద్దాం. మీరు కూడా ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసుకోండి ఫాస్ట్గా, టైం అయిపోతుంది. This is the structure definition. Now declare the variable for this within the main struct student. Yes, is the variable of struct student. స్క్రీన్ సెషన్ ఎండ్ అయిపోతుంది, ఫాస్ట్గా రాసుకోండి.
Yes, ma'am.
కనిపించట్లేదా? స్క్రీన్ ఇట్లా ఎన్లార్జ్ చేయండి.
జూమ్ చేసుకోండి స్క్రీన్.
సో ఎంటర్ ది ఎస్ఐడి అని అడిగింది ఇక్కడ, చూస్తున్నా కనిపిస్తుంది అందరికి? ఎంటర్ ది ఎస్ఐడి. ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 121 నంబర్ ఎస్ఐడి, స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి. సిస్టమ్ స్లోగా. ఎంటర్ మార్క్స్. సిస్టమ్ మనకి నెట్ కనెక్షన్ స్లోగా ఉన్నప్పుడు కంపైలర్ కూడా హార్డ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. సో ఎస్ఐడి ఎంటర్ చేసిన తర్వాత మార్క్స్ అడుగుతుంది. సో మార్క్స్ ఎంటర్ చేయండి 90. సో అండ్ దెన్ ఇది డిస్ప్లే చేసింది, ఎస్ఐడి డిస్ప్లే చేసింది. ఇక్కడ న్యూలైన్ క్యారెక్టర్ యూజ్ చేద్దాం ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, నౌ రన్ ఇట్. SID marks, now it is okay. SID marks and the value 10. Okay, here A is the normal variable, so directly you are displaying printf %a, and SID marks is the structure variable. So structure variable can be accessed using the structure members. SID marks are the structure members, so these two are can be accessed by the structure variable only, followed by the dot operator. Okay, so for the struct student you are declaring the variable s, structure variable, and using this variable s dot SID, s dot marks, like this you are accessing. Okay, ఈ s dot పెట్టలేదు అనుకోండి, జస్ట్ SID అని రాసామనుకోండి,
మ్యామ్
యూ విల్ గెట్ ద ఎర్రర్. చెప్పండి
మ్యామ్
చెప్పండి. హలో
మ్యామ్
చెప్పండి.
ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ మ్యామ్. హలో
చెప్పండి.
13 దగ్గర EMTR ఎంటర్ మ్యామ్.
ఎంటరే, అది ఫాస్ట్ గా స్క్రీన్ ఎక్స్పైర్ అయిపోతుంది, టైం
మ్యామ్
అయిపోయింది.
ఇక్కడ
ఎంటర్ ది SID, ఎంటర్
ఓకే
మార్క్స్,
మ్యామ్.
ఎంటర్ మార్క్స్ ఎన్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఆ స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్స్ అన్ని చూసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
స్క్రీన్ అయిపోతుంది, అందుకని. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా ఎలా మనం స్ట్రక్చర్ వేరియబుల్స్ ని యాక్సెస్ చేస్తాం అనేది, స్ట్రక్చర్ డేటా.
అంటే అవుట్పుట్ కూడా అలానే వస్తే కొంచెం డౌట్ వచ్చింది.
మనం ఏది టైప్ చేస్తే అలాగే వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇక్కడ ఎస్ డాట్ అని పెట్టలేదు అనుకోండి, అది అలా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. ఎస్ డాట్ అని పెడితేనే కంప్యూటర్ యాక్సెస్ చేస్తుంది, లేకపోతే యాక్సెస్ చేయదు. ఓకే, okay, like that. Okay, so that is structure members. Once it is declared as structure member, then it should be accessed by the structure variable followed by the dot operator. Okay.